Warning! This video is particularly silly and sponsored by Bamboo Labs. They still haven't told me to rein it in, and so I haven't. Do you like my little forklift? What do you think about my little forklift? I made it. I made the forklift. I made it for you. Do you like it? Please tell me you like it. Hi, I'm Jaxom, and Bamboo is doing something very interesting right now. No, not that. A different thing. This thing. CyberBrick Beyond Bricks, or as I like to call them, a modular system of programmable hardware that you can use to make your own RC creations, community-made creations, or official designs by Bamboo themselves. But that's a mouthful, so CyberBricks. They send the electronics, and you print the parts to put it all together. There's a crowdfunding campaign, but they sent me a box load of the prototype kits, and I've been printing and building and making ever since. And by making, well, let's just say, my forklift. It's a very fun little build, despite the complexities that you might imagine from what is essentially creating an RC vehicle from scratch in a cave
with a bunch of scraps!
The print profiles were ready to go, the instructions were clear, and so it all came together quite easy. 2 progression gearboxes run the treads with a decent amount of torque and variable speeds based on the extremity of controller inputs. It enables very subtle movements in the treads, which is important for lifting and moving boxes and stuff, while another motor powers the lift, and a string-based cable system raises the forks from low to high. The motors and wires all wire into the CyberBricks control boards, seamlessly sequestered away underneath magnetized covers. Now, it may not have a 4th motor to tilt the forks of the lift back for load balancing, as you might find on a normal forklift, but that's nitpicky. I really can't imagine that'll be a problem. The wildest thing about the prints to me is the treads. I didn't know you could 3D print soft materials like this, but Bamboo's TPU filament puts the rubber in things that squish like rubber does. Before I ever got into this build, a friend of mine used their Bamboo A1 to print a Beyblade deck box using TPU as an insert to hold the bays softly, cradled like the babby, and I really like it. I'll likely be playing around with this material some more now that I actually have some. Perhaps I could print some more Beyblade X stuff with it. Comment if there's anything you think I should print in squish mode. Once one has a tiny forklift, one desires to get tiny forklift certified, because I would never operate small machinery without following small OSHA regulations. I printed shelves, pallets, crates, barrels, and OSHA-compliant ramps exceeding no more than a 20-degree angle. The exact qualifications once again vary by state, but according to forklifttraining.com, most exams will cover the following. 1. Safe loading and unloading practices. 2. Forklift load and balancing, and the dangers of unbalanced operation. 3. Operating a forklift in an area with other traffic. 4. Operating a forklift on multiple surface types. 5. Traction on slick or slippery surfaces. 6. Safe fueling and charging practices. And 7. Maintenance and service requirements for forklifts. Cake. After confirming to my instructor that I wasn't taking any miniature substances that might minorly impair my ability to operate small machinery, I grabbed my controller, which was also printed on the Bamboo A1 combo and built to Bamboo's specifications, and she handles like a dream, baby! I built it myself, so the maintenance is obviously up to date. Check. And the battery pack can be removed for charging from underneath the magnetized boot. Check. Splash some water on that ramp to make a slick surface, and the forklift still goes right up like no problem. Check! It drives on concrete, it drives on grass, full maneuverability. The forklift knows where it is by checking everywhere that it isn't. Check! I easily maneuver around pedestrian traffic, evading the enemy. Can't be caught. Check! Not have a 4th motor to tilt the forks of the lift back for load balancing. That's fine. That'll be fine. We don't need to worry about that. Let's let's load some cargo. Pallets lifted, crates placed, ramps ramped. I may have made a few mistakes along the way. It's hard to operate something in miniature. The movements can be a little bit fast if you're not very capable and careful with the inputs. But a sudden stop here, a dropped crate there, not a big deal. I think my instructor will overlook it. It's nothing that can't be... So having aced the test, my instructor handed over my certificate. Yippee! With my certification secured, my instructor, for extra credit, had a truck pull up, which is another CyberBrick official build. In fact, both vehicles can be operated simultaneously from one controller, switched back and forth by this toggle. Anyway, the truck pulled up behind a normal building, and he had me loaded up with all of these mysterious crates. Finally, a practical test of my new skills.
Whatever it takes to support higher education.
Paraphernalia lifted, taxes evaded, substances controlled, contraband loaded. And there it goes, my hard work on to greener pastures. Thanks, instructor. You really know how to teach a guy what's... Hey! Those substances weren't controlled at all, were they? But that building was just a normal... a suspicious building! But I'm a certified forklift operator. No, that must mean... evil forklift operator! The truck is getting away! Oh no you don't, Megatron! I can, if I want, disassemble the forklift and print a new one, and reuse the same CyberBricks components as before, recycling them into new creations, or even my own custom builds using the Bamboo A1 or A1 Mini. If I wanted, I could even multicolor print parts, like I have with some of my previous builds. These models are only the very surface of what's possible with CyberBricks. Many more models already exist from community contributors, and I expect the options will only expand to more complex robotics as the ecosystem broadens. Click the link below to check out the CyberBricks Kickstarter page for more information, and consider supporting them to get on the ground floor of this exciting new project. Click the other links in the description to buy the Bamboo A1 combo, which I've used to make Bionicles and Transformers and Beyblades and stuff in the past. It's really good. I really like these printers, and this was a very, very fun project to work on, if you can tell. Like and subscribe. This is Jaxom, and I'll see you next time. It's really hard to do that sitting down.
What's poppin'? Thanks to my diamond patrons LUCID, LANA, CHOOKA Bear, and RAZU RION, my titan patrons Sierra 107, Gusano, Banana Jones, Chell, Gavin Greenley, and Douglas Fern, and my hyper patrons Trouble, Mudorios, Orio, Alyssa, Gretlein, Mannsky, Plecopleco, Forrest, DC, HeartlineDai, Kevin Haji, and Sam Caesar. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate what you do for me.